So recently the Uncharted trailer just released. It's starring Tom Holland and Marky Mark. You seen the trailer? What's your thoughts on
Marking.
it?
Um, I find it. I was kind of this like caught me off guard. Like I wasn't expecting this. Like when you sent me this saying that they're gonna come out with an Uncharted movie, I just didn't see it coming at all. Um, I am excited for it though because I like the game Uncharted. I thought it was pretty. It was a pretty like the last one was pretty really good. Um, the thing that I'm not really concerned about it. I just like I don't think Tom Holland has the more so Nathan look that everyone's so used to seeing. I feel like he looks. Maybe Nate was in the first game. Was Nathan? Did Nathan look really young? Because he looks really young compared to Nathan.
Yeah, so nah, I feel like the first game he was around his 30s. But what I realized about this, after watching the trailer a couple times, is that this has to be some type of prequel. So this is him meeting Sully for the first time, and him basically going on his first big adventure. So I'm guessing he's in his like early 20s, late 20s. And if you realize that Sully doesn't have any gray hair, and that's like one of the things about Sully, like he's an old dude, he has gray hair, he's always smoking
Yeah, that's what I was
cigars.
about to bring up too. The age
So
difference. Compared to-
yeah, so I'm just gonna assume based off of what I've seen that this is a prequel to the games, or if it's not a prequel, it's a prequel in the set of this is his first adventure. I don't think we've ever seen that in the games. So that's the only thing I gave. Like I'm giving Tom Holland a pass with this. Like okay, so of course right now he doesn't give off that vibe, but I feel like eventually if he gets older and he gets like a gruffy beard or something, I feel like he could like a lot of the things I've been seeing online is people just mad that this is coming out and that Tom Holland is Nathan Drake or whatever. But I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, people acting like Nathan Drake is like this deep character. Like he's really
Yeah.
not. Like he's a really basic character. Like you know what I mean? Like he's not like fucking Kratos or something like that. So there isn't a lot for somebody to work with when it's making this into a live action movie other than that the dude like jumps around and almost dies every 5 seconds type shit, like you know, and it's like
Yeah.
throwing a couple jokes, it's like that's Nathan, like and especially because I'm getting the prequel vibes, it's gonna be before he's even full on Nathan Drake, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
One of the arguments, like, because I was talking to a lot of people on the YouTube comments, just trying to gauge like what people are talking about, and I feel um like Uncharted, like I feel like the story isn't even the strongest part of the game. Like you know what I mean? It's the gameplay, it's the set piece moments, like you know what I mean? I feel like if you have all like those certain things, I feel like you could hit the mark. And also, you got to really think about it. How many people in the world have a PlayStation? And then on top of that, how many people in the world have played Uncharted who are diehard fans of the series? Like this is, you could tell this is made for the regular dude who's never seen Uncharted, who even knows what Uncharted is. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's supposed to be like a mixture for the fans and for normal people. And I feel like if you take away if you take away if you just show this to a random dude and take away some of the certain elements that makes it Uncharted, people would say this is like a Dollar Tree Indiana Jones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's what it really is. So it's like you have to balance like the okay, what do we get? We have to get certain things for the fans, like the set pieces and like how the action and shit. But overall, like Tom Holland's gonna sell a movie. Like Marky Mark's gonna sell a movie. Like you know what I mean? Like whatever movie they're in, it's gonna sell because they're likable actors.
Mhm.
So it made 100% sense that um they were gonna they were using them to make the movie. Like I feel like a lot of people wanted Nathan Fillion to be Nathan Drake, and he does look like Nathan Drake and shit, but it's like Nathan Fillion isn't like an A tier actor, so I don't think he'd be able to hold that movie on his own, in my opinion. I'm not saying Tom can, but I feel like even if he can't hold the movie on its own, he'll have enough. He has enough star power to bring to this that people will just go see it just because they like Spider-Man. Like, you know what I mean?
That's kind of funny. Like he really does look like him.
Yeah. So
Crazy.
yeah, like he literally looks exactly like him. And a couple of years ago, he made a fan movie, a fan trailer for an Uncharted movie with starring him, and it looks just like you know what I mean. But you really can't make everybody happy when it comes to bringing something to the big screen.
I definitely think the Tom Holland move was pretty good because like he just came out with Spider-Man. You know, everyone's on that Spider-Man train right now, so it's gonna capture a lot of people's eyes.
It's all about the hype, like, you know what I mean. Of course, you have to get a big name for something. Of course, to us, Uncharted is a huge thing because we're PlayStation fans and we have PlayStations. We played the games and shit, but you got to think of like the moms, the dads, the people who don't really play video games and shit like that. It's like, oh, my son likes him. He's Spider-Man. Let me go watch this movie. Like, you know. Like
and it's probably like they're probably trying to make multiple films, so they probably just want a younger actor.
Exactly. So like you got to think about it. 3 movies in, he's gonna be way older. Like so, he may be able to pull that off later in life than right now. Like so, I'm excited to see it, and I want it to do good because this is PlayStation's first big movie that they've been working on. Because a couple years ago they announced that they're gonna be making like a film studio, and
also PlayStation's actually had hands-on this.
Yeah. So this is like their first big movie, and I feel like if this does well, it opens the gate into what I was saying when it comes to the anime and the video game movies fully taking over.
So, because this is Sony, right?
Yeah.
So Sony has all the rights to like God of War and all that.
All of them. Every single.
Crazy.
So like that's why I want this to do good, because I know the outcome. I know the outcome could be like a Horizon Zero Dawn movie, or like a God of War movie, or like something like that. Like, you know what I mean? It will give them a wider lens into making more movies under their name, under their belt. Like, you know what I mean? The last movie PlayStation made was the Ratchet and Clank movie. It was like an animated movie, and it did okay, but it didn't really sell that big. Like, so I feel like they could do this, and if it does well, it sets a good goal for other video game movies to reach, like a good peak for other video game movies to reach in the future. So I'm excited. I'm going to watch it. Like, you know what I mean? But I feel like all the complaints people have will go out of the window if it's a good movie. Like, overall, regardless of what people say about the casting and shit. If it's a good movie, it's a good movie. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, we're just gonna have to see. I was gonna ask you, is there any other video game movies that you would want to see? Like, video games turned into movies that you'd want to see?
Any video games? No. Probably like I wouldn't want to say that one because I feel like that's pretty easy. That's like an easy one. I was gonna say Splinter Cell, but Splinter Cell is like an easy movie to do. You can easily make a Splinter Cell movie.
Yeah, or even like the Metal Gear Solid or something.
Yeah.
Like that. I would say it's either God of War or Infamous. Those two games.
Oh, they could make an Infamous game. That would be dope. A movie that would be dope.
I need that in my life. Like, I need more Infamous. Infamous is one of my favorite franchises. I need more. I just need more. So, and I feel like they could.
Did they ever say they were gonna make another one, or?
It's so the studio who made Infamous is Sucker Punch, and the last game they dropped was Ghost of Tsushima. and it did really good. So it's like, I feel like once a company makes a game that does really good, they get more freedom to do what they want.
Yeah.
So, and I think the last Infamous game, Second Son, which you still haven't played, which I've told you to play multiple times. It dropped when the PS4 did, like literally, like it was like an exclusive, obviously. So it did really good. And I feel like with that plus the Ghost of Tsushima, I think they're most likely will come out with a new one. Like it's not like it did terrible or bombed or whatever. But
I would love to see a Devil May Cry movie. That's Capcom.
I don't know if that would pull it off, because I feel like the thing people like about Devil May Cry is that like the gameplay and the crazy combos you could pull off. I don't know how they could pull that off in real life.
I can see it as like a more so like a Demon Matrix type of movie, like in that way.
Yeah.
With a little bit of bleed.
Yeah, I can see it. It's not like I can't see it. It's just the main thing that people like about that series is the combos and shit. It's like I don't know how they'd be able to pull that off, but I'd watch it, even though I don't know shit about that series. But yeah.
Glamour of wearing diamonds. Diamonds bring status, elegance, and prestige. Their brilliance makes